departmentalizing or doing something like this at the elementary level. It always talks about consistency, communication. There's always pros and cons. One of the cons is basically communication. It's harder for parents to communicate directly with a teacher because, you know, sometimes at elementary, parents are used to kind of that self-isolated one teacher, that type of thing. But that consistency goes really, I mean, all the way till 4th grade. And in 5th grade, we really start to talk about how we're preparing them for middle school. And the more I thought about it, even back in Colorado, I felt like when our 5th graders went to the middle school, they were prepared. They were ready. I specifically had specific PD math training that I could go to. We'd send our science teachers for specific PD for science, for social studies. So there's a lot of benefits. And I think by the time students get to 5th grade, they're ready to be out of that shell a little bit. They're ready to be out of that environment where it's only one teacher all day long. We have actually been switching for social science at Nottingham for a long time. When all of your kids were there, we always switched for social and science because that was kind of our way to get them ready for middle school. It is nice that I have a couple of teachers willing to take that step further and try this. And what our goal is really is we want to kind of look at these two classes, look where we're at the beginning of the year, and we're going to look at the growth. I mean, that's the whole purpose, is kind of, you know, this is kind of a pilot program because it's the first time we've done this. So really we want to look at, you know, these two classes, their growth from our iReady in the fall to the winter, and let's look at the other 4 classrooms and see how they did. What's different? You know, that's that whole data analysis that we're going to need to do to kind of see if this is what we want to continue to do. If you look at that research, it also talks a lot about you have to have teachers that are willing to do it. You have to have teachers that have the subjects where they feel competent and proficient at. So there's just a lot of things you need to digest. Like, we're just starting this off, so we're talking about parent-teacher conferences are going to be different just because now, you know, you don't have a single teacher just doing the parent-teacher conferences. Another issue is planning and scheduling and that type of stuff. And what's great about these two is they're like attached to the hip, so really they can plan and do all that together, and they like to do that. But that is also another challenge with doing something like this, is you really have to have teachers that are willing to sit down and plan and talk, especially when it comes to conferences, because we're going to probably have to do some type of student-led type of conference, and these guys are going to have to do a lot of communication to be able to share information with parents, and even get